So, about 80 years ago. Because Martin died about 200 years ago. Oh, do I? Stuff to disenchant and store. Disenchant.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
No, I don't have a gem on me. So, of course it won't do anything. Oh, right. Now we can try. 6 points isn't much. She wouldn't care that that's a more valuable enchantment. Every little bit there will help. I can't do anything else here until 40 for that, 25 there, 30. 30 is the important number there. Things she's working on versus things that are important. Don't cast an alteration, doesn't matter. I think it's this one. Yeah, that one matters. It's a pain to keep. That might be useful. That would be useful too. I don't know how much alteration I'm going to be using to train that up. That's an afterthought. She is good at talky bits, so... Until she can improve her destruction more, I suppose that's alright. At least getting a start on it. Okay. Okay. Sail. They're not red. Or the color of the dragon she's fond of, so...
Oh. She hasn't met him yet, but she's really gonna like the guy in the Arcanium. He's kind of perfect. Archmage?
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control. Mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
Burn things?
Is that so?
See, she agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
Yeah, but I don't have one.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want it. One else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still.
What you learn here will
Excellent work.
several if you're talented.
Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all
True.
to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Saarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
The key to wards is that they take time to charge. Not long, but you can't start casting with a fireball coming at you. Also, if your ward isn't negated by an incoming spell, it will recharge itself after a moment or two. Just be careful. Casting wards requires constant concentration, and you can easily find yourself drained of your magical reserves. Take a look.
Don't actually need anything at the moment.
Until next time.
Well, that I'm not good enough to have the stuff I'd really want to avail.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere. But magic is the same no matter where you go.
Yeah, elsewhere is at least warm.
It's always encouraging to see the college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after you.
Keep clear of the college and keep yourself out of trouble.
No and no. Who or what are you? Okay. Well, not okay, but you're not actively causing trouble for me. Wolves are easy enough to go around. It does actually take them a while to arrive, since they take their sweet time walking and picking fights with anything along the way. This is here, but she's not going to mine it. There's also bits of stuff up there if I can get her up this damn slope. Don't care. Gotta stop clicking on things that are empty. Copper and ruby. Well, not gonna be able to enchant it with something better than that at the moment. Those are nice colors for her.
This is exciting, isn't it?
And here we all are. Shall we step inside? We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered.
Oh, playing with tombs.
Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence. All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Hopefully the yellow-bellied sapsucker that just returned to his harassment outside won't get picked up too heavily on the mic. Damn.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
As some of you may know, Saarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlements in Skyrim.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
Oh, shut up.
You know, there might be gold somewhere in
The
here.
infamous Night of Tears, not much is known of what happened to Saarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization and the magic things.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Well, are there any questions before we begin? Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Berlina, my dear,
Yeah.
why don't you search for
There's
warding
a fair
magics?
amount of
Anything
more in
designed
here.
to keep people out.
Consider.
Don't interact with them, just identify them. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
No, can't quite reach. Now that's a shame. I don't need the leather straps for anything, so I wouldn't pick them up.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the
Yeah,
bones
shut
of their ancestors.
Don't think there's anything down here that I particularly want or need, but pick up some mushrooms to experiment on / with.
Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago? First men in Tamriel. Here. I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago.
Don't touch anything! He what? You must be one of the new apprentices then. Fine, fine. Just don't make a mess of my work, all right? I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Uh-huh.
It really isn't difficult, since they give you lovely little arrows pointing out all of these rings. And you never have to give them back, so you can actually put one on, disenchant another, and sell the third if you're so inclined. So you can only wear one ring at a time.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Yep.
Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet. I wonder, what effect might your spell have? Try casting a spell at the wall. See what happens.
How am I gonna follow you if you're just standing there?
Please be careful here. The site... Well, would you look at that? This appears to lead somewhere. Let's see where it goes.
There we go.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
That'll take.
this be sealed off? What is this place?
Trouble. Here we go.
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
Psijic.
I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time.
I just did.
Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful.
Yeah, because poking around
Who knows
more
what we're
will
going to
totally
find.
avoid whatever danger
They
there
were a
is.
group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy.
Well, good.
Take care now. Never should have.
Hey. This is your fault. Oh. Where the hell do you think you're going now, old man? You gonna wake up more dead bodies?
This is simply fascinating.
Hey, that's my word. Okay, well, you're waiting for me to pull that lever, and let's go with doing that next time.